Hey, it's the Circle of Hope pastors here. We're trying to answer a question that people ask us. Yesterday was election day in the United States. Who did you vote for? That's what we're working on. Julie, who did you vote for?
Before I answer that question, Johnny, I feel like it makes sense to tell a story about like where I'm coming from. I grew up in a house where if my parents voted, I didn't know who they were voting for. It was not a communal process. It was very individual and personal. And then I moved to Philadelphia and became a part of a community and worked as a social worker and realized that my vote actually is not just a personal application of my principles or my beliefs. It's about a preferred future for everyone, and it's a public thing. So I became convicted of that, and so when I cast my vote, I'm trying to do that with this vision of a preferred future for everyone, and in the context of a group of people who are trying to care for one another and around the world.
Yeah, and around the world. I'm with you, Julie. I vote for the people like in Yemen who are on the edge of the worst famine in history because of a proxy war that was started in part by U.S. intervention and a lot of U.S. companies, guns and missiles being sent to the region. So I'm voting for the people that don't have a voice in the juggernaut of the U.S. Military industrial complex. I vote for peace around the world. My brothers and sisters in Christ live everywhere, and the U.S. government affects them a lot on purpose. And so I'm voting for them on behalf of them.
Yes. I also voted for Philadelphia. I voted for my neighbors, many of whom are the most vulnerable. And I was really happy to even get to vote in right around the corner from my house at South Philly High, right across the street from where Circle of Hope is planting the church here in South Philly, and to chat with the good people there, and to hear what kind of future they're looking for, because I think the church is working in cahoots with them, with the people of Philadelphia, for justice and for mercy. And I think, although I'm happy about a lot of the results yesterday, I think what we as the people and as the church, as the people of God, what we are doing is the powerful alternative to the political system, and we need to keep building that alternative.
I voted for Gritty.
Gritty.
Although I was tempted to write him, and I actually met my friend Malcolm Kenyatta, who's now a state representative in Pennsylvania. I met him before he was running, so it was really interesting to give him a hug at the polling booth at the Church of the Advocate, and then cast my vote for someone that I knew. But really, I vote for people. I vote as a measure of a harm reduction, right? I don't put my faith in chariots and horses like we're all saying, right? But I try to do my best to reduce harm, and specifically, I was happy that Pennsylvania elected 4 new women to the House of Representatives. So I voted with the women in my life in mind, trying to create a better and a safer and more just world for them. So my heart kind of was softened by all the trouble that we find ourselves in. So I hope that my little act of harm reduction helped the cause, and helped rep Jesus a little better too.
Nice.
Is that cool? Did we answer the question?
Julie voted for her wider community. I voted for the wider world.
Yeah.
Rachel voted for South Philly. Johnny voted for his friends and for women. I think we got it. And for Gritty. Everyone can agree on Gritty, I hope.
Yeah, I hope you had a little fun with this. We do put some thought into how we work these things out. It's complicated, especially for you want to look this term up later for Anabaptists like us, how we participate in this political system. So it's fun to do it together and to talk about it. So I hope that this blesses you in some way and encourages you in some way. And if you or someone that you know would benefit from it, share it with them. Like the page, share. That's the idea. And if you have more questions for us, we'll be happy to answer them. See you next time.